मोना जी आवाज आ रही है आपको ना मेरी?
Night.
मोना जी
Yes, we can hear you. Okay. Stella, over to you.
मोना जी आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है।
इंदु जी
जी मैम।
Are we ready
Are
to
we ready
begin?
to begin?
Okay.
Okay.
Um,
हाँ आप किधर बैठो?
मैं किधर बैठूं?
यहाँ बैठो यहाँ।
लाइट तो वो जला ना।
ये नहीं वो पीछे लाइट नहीं चल रही।
What shall I do?
Okay, just up to down.
तो उसका वो ऑडियो तो ऑन करना था ना।
should I open the event already? Okay. Dear friends, in the 1982, the Dance Committee of International Theatre Institute founded International Dance Day to be celebrated every year on the 29th of April, the birthday of Jean-Georges Nouvel, who is creator of modern ballet. The intention of the International Dance Day message is to celebrate dance, reveling the universality of this art form across all political, cultural, and ethnic barriers, and bring people together with a common language, dance. The intention of the creators of International Dance Day was to inspire both professional and amateurs of dance all over the world. It was and is a call for celebrating dance in all its possible forms: classical dance, ethnic dance, modern dance, improvised dance, experimental dance, and any kind of dance. Um, India is one culturally rich country where almost every state has its own language, cuisine, and dance forms. When it comes to dance, India has traditional, classical, folk, and tribal dance styles, and all are simply amazing. All the incredible classical dances originated in the country during the ancient times, Bharatnatyam being the oldest and one of the most popular ones. Today, on the occasion of International Dance Day, let's travel through India via its famous classical dance forms. Just allow me to speak now in Bulgarian. Уважаеми приятели, днес Фондация Девам ще отбележи Международния ден на танца. Международният ден на танца е приет за празник от ЮНЕСКО и се отбелязва от 1982 година на 29 април, рождената дата на френският хореограф Жан-Жорж Новер. Посланието на този празник е да се празнува танца, като се разкрива цялата палитра от чувства и качества, присъщи на тази форма на изкуството, чрез която се пресичат и се преодоляват различни политически, културни и етнически бариери. В събитието, което Фондация Девам днес организира, ще имаме възможността да се насладим на танцът Бхаратанатям, който е най-старият и най-популярен танц на богатата в културно отношение Индия. Давам думата на Мона Каушик и на Инду Пандев G за представяне на нашите останали участници.
स्टेला जी और आज वर्ल्ड डांस डे पे आप सबका बहुत बहुत मैं स्वागत करती हूँ और आज भरतनाट्यम डांसर एलिना निश्चल भी हमारे साथ हैं और साथ में है अंजना रंजन की और आज का दिन बहुत ही ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है और सबसे ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट इसलिए भी है कि एलिना निश्चल इस वक्त हमारे साथ है और वो चूंकि भारत की एक डांस जो भरतनाट्यम है उसको उसमें वो पारंगत है और इसके साथ साथ वो हिंदुस्तान से भी ताल्लुक नहीं रखती हैं लेकिन उन्होंने यहाँ की पूरी संस्कृति और कल्चर को कितने प्यार से अपनाया है। आज हम इसी बारे में बात करेंगे। तो एलिना जी आपका भी बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। और साथ में देवम फाउंडेशन का भी बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया जिनके सौजन्य से आज हम सब एक मंच पे इकट्ठा हुए हैं और एक दूसरे को समझ पा रहे हैं, सुन पा रहे हैं। और वर्ल्ड डांस डे पे आज हम एलिना से यही जानेंगे कि जब यहाँ तक की जो उनकी यात्रा है वो कैसी रही और वो आज पूरी उनकी जो पूरी आप जैसे कि देख रहे हैं कि वो पूरी तरह से तैयार होके आई हैं, तो आज वो क्या हम सबको दिखाने में जानी है और क्या है उसके बारे में भी बताएंगी। एलिना निश्चल। और या एलिना नमस्ते। आवाज नहीं आ रही एलिना की।
Can you hear? I can't hear. Can you?
No.
No.
Not
Not from. Maybe or
not hear anything.
don't hear anything. I can hear.
अंजना जी या कुछ आप बताने वाली थी।
एलिना के बारे में
अंजना जी प्लीज बोलिए।
एलिना तो मेरी बहुत पुरानी I think there's a lot of feedback
From somewhere.
Elina has been
listening
for years now,
for years that I think that.
and
And
she's a very
she's a very
is it clear?
is it clear?
आवाज थोड़ी सी कम करनी होगी बिकॉज कोई इधर कोई आवाज नहीं आ रही हम लोगों को।
अच्छा. So
she's
she's
unusual
unusual
as compared
as
to
compared to a lot of other
students
students
that you may
that you
get
may get
in a
in
Bharatanatyam class,
Bharatanatyam class
because
because
she's so
she's
well
so
read
well
and
read and
she has
she has
imbibed
imbibed
a lot of
a lot of
philosophy.
philosophy.
She's
She's
a
a
person who has
person who
studied
has studied
uh,
uh,
religion,
religion,
religions of
religions of
different parts of the
different
world,
parts of the world,
and she
and
studied
she studied
so many
so
different
many
dance
different
forms.
dance forms.
So
So
it is great
it is
pleasure
great pleasure
in
in
sharing
sharing.
Bharatanatyam, whatever knowledge that I had with her. And uh, it has been a two-way journey, as it always is with all one students. हमारे स्टूडेंट हमको कुछ देते हैं, वो कुछ लेके आते हैं, हम उनके साथ कुछ शेयर करते हैं और वो आदान प्रदान चलता ही रहता है. तो इस तरह से एलिना के साथ मेरी बहुत सारे इस तरह के एक्सचेंजेस हुए हैं, एंड we discuss things, we disagree on so many things, and it's always a path of discovery. Bharatanatyam has never meant for her only just learning steps or memorizing a sequence and then presenting it. For her it has always been a lifelong search, and I'm very proud that the elements selected me to be a person so close in her journey, and that I was able to teach her just a little bit of what I know.
Okay,
And
so Anjana, how difficult it was for you actually? एलिना ने जब डिसाइड किया कि उसको भरतनाट्यम डांस सीखना है.
oh, it wasn't actually difficult for me at all. She was a very model student. She and a few other of her colleagues who had come from Russia and Ukraine at that time, because uh, she has a culture of great, hard work and practice and pinpointed observation. So her observation have lines, because she's also a visual artist. I think that came to her aid. She's always been very quick that way to take up things and see what you need. I think if you're, as an artist, we always are, uh, negotiating this fine line between following and creating ourselves. It is always a co-creation. So you can't be too, if you are too full of your own ideas, then you may not understand the ideas that you're supposed to grasp. At the same time, if you're too much a follower, you won't make it your own. And this is the fine line that Elina has been able to negotiate. I think I'm very happy with that. So it was very comfortable, because what she needed to practice and learn, even that section which you need to learn either by rote or by and extra polishing, that extra hard work she was willing to do. At the same time, that which has to come from you and you reflect back, that also she was able to do. She didn't suffer from that feeling that no, only what you tell me I will do. So it gives a lot of energy also to the teacher, and I didn't have a difficult time.
Oh, because India is a full of stories, and I think every moment have a story and all. So how you explain to Elina about these behind the scenes situation actually?
Stories are stories. You can share them with everybody, and they have that universal seed in them. And then one can compare also, because again, as I said, she's a well-read person, so she can also share what stories from her cultural background she knows.
Yeah.
And very often we find that some of the most ancient stories are very common across the world, so one can compare and contrast. And plus, because she started studying Sanskrit very early on, um, and then she learned Hindi while she was in India. So Hindi may not be the original language of Bharatanatyam. That is not a thing, but it is an indigenous Indian language. So one is able to communicate, and so with her Sanskrit, so she was studying Abhinay Darpanam. These were the main classic scriptures which we were using at that time. From my student days, we have been using these. It gives you a grasp of what are the hand gestures and what are the movements. So instead of just studying the translation, she started actually looking at the original and then understanding the Sanskrit. So when you start understanding Sanskrit, there's a certain syntax to Sanskrit, which I think does help you in Bharatanatyam. The reason being that it's an ancient language, and so the way that we convey things, ideas, concepts through mudras, gestures in the language of Bharatanatyam, it matches the way that we speak certain of these ancient languages.
Yeah. So now Elina Nichal, आप तैयार हैं?
जी बिल्कुल पूरे तरीके से।
आज की जो परफॉर्मेंस है आपकी वो कौन सी होगी?
Okay. I'm going to present you a part of Manavi Varnam, which is composed by Tanjore Punai Pillai in Raga Shankara Bharanam Talam Adi by Rukmini Devi Arundel. In this Varnam, Nayika, the heroine, she is requesting her beloved, who is none other than God Shiva himself, "Oh, I request you, won't you listen to me?" Then she is saying that I'm completely overwhelmed by love. And you who reside in auspicious city of Tanjapur, O shining one, great Lord, won't you listen to me? I choose this piece because I already performed it and I love it, and it is traditional Varnam. And in Varnam, basically you have balance of abhinaya, which is dramatic art, where the dancer is expressing through gesture and emotion on the face, their meaning in different ways, and technical parts, which are jatis, kirmanams, where dancer is demonstrating technical skill in Bharatnatyam style. So I wanted to present you this piece, which will show you the all angles of Bharatnatyam.
Thank you.
आइए, आइए।
आपका माइक
आपका माइक ऑफ है।
ओ, अपनी आपकी जो स्टूडेंट है उनकी परफॉर्मेंस देख के कैसा लगा अभी आपको? कितने दिनों बाद देखा आपने?
मैंने
वैसे क्लास हमारे
चीजों में होती
चीजों में होती रहती है।
है। ये कॉम्पोजिशन
ये
मैंने बहुत
कॉम्पोजिशन
दिनों
मैंने
के
बहुत
बाद
दिनों के बाद देखा।
अच्छा,
I
तो
also
I also
love
हम
this
लोग
love
one
this
very
one
much.
very much.
हाँ,
And
And
क्या
so much of the
so
credit
much of
goes
the
to
credit
the
goes to the music composer,
genius of
the
the music
genius.
composers of that time, uh, who belonged to a long ancestry of heredity. And we are really grateful to them. These are one of the gems of the compositions that have been handed down to Bharatanatyam dancers of today. Um, And I must make a mention. I know that Elina will be definitely intending to do it, but because I'm talking about them, I must. The musicians who sang and played for this composition, G. Ilangovan, himself, an artist who hails from the heredity community, जिस तरह से उन्होंने गाया है, the bhava which he imparted to this song is very inspiring for any dancer to dance to. Along with him on the mridangam we had Tanjavur Keshavan. On the flute we had G. Ilangovan, and violin VSK Annadurai. And they have added so much luster to this performance, which Elina really has exhibited beautifully, and I'm very, very happy. And thank you, Elina, for giving us that.
Elena, yeah, Elena, now it's your turn. तो अभी इस टाइम जब ये कोरोना टाइम चल रहा है, ऐसे टाइम में इस तरह की परफॉर्मेंस एक आर्टिस्ट के लिए कितनी सेटिस्फैक्शन?
एक्चुअली अब सुन सकते हैं? अच्छा, आप ठीक हो गया। मैं कहना चाहती हूँ कि मेरे लिए ये लॉकडाउन इन अ वे, पूरे तरीके से मैं तो बोल नहीं सकती, लेकिन इन अ वे इट वाज लकी चांस, क्योंकि मैं पूरा कंसंट्रेट कर सकती थी ऑन माय क्रिएटिव वर्क and on dance, because usually the social life requires you going here and there and it takes time. लेकिन मेरे लिए तो ये बहुत ही लकी था, बिकॉज मैंने बहुत कुछ पढ़ा, बहुत कुछ किया, और प्रैक्टिस में थोड़ा सा मेरे ज़िंदगी में गैप आया, क्योंकि तबीयत कुछ समस्या था, और ये जो यहाँ का क्लाइमेट एकदम इतना ज़्यादा सूट नहीं करता, फिर भी आई फील आई ओवरकम इट, एंड अभी मैं वापस आ रही हूँ। इसलिए आपका बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया मुझे बुलाने के लिए, क्योंकि ये भी बूस्ट है जब कोई डांस देखना चाहता है, एंड यू रियली हैव अ ब्यूटीफुल ऑडियंस टू सी। एंड अपनी तरफ से मैं कहना चाहती कि मैं बहुत ही खुश नसीब हूँ कि मुझे भगवान भेजे इंडिया में उस वक्त जब अंजना जी उन स्कूल में आई थी, क्योंकि जो मैं समझ रही हूँ, डांस ये एक साधना है, ये सिर्फ परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट नहीं है। मुझे शुरुआत से ही ये आइडिया था कि भरतनाट्यम इज़ नॉट अ परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट, और नॉट ओनली परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट, कि ये प्रेयर है, और इतना गहरा प्रेयर है, एक जस्ट जैसे मेडिटेशन। इसलिए मुझे हमेशा गूज़ बम्प होता था जब मैं अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस देखती थी। तो इसलिए जब मैं आई और मैं मौका मिला काफ़ी डांसर्स को देखना जब इंडिया में रह के, तो मैंने देखा कुछ लोग तो लेते हैं, दो दे आर इंडियन, फिर भी वो लेते जैसे ऐसे परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट। और इसमें क्या होता है, when we are watching this performance, हमें लग रहा है बहुत ही सुंदर है, लाइंस सब कुछ, लेकिन जब निकलते हॉल से तो कुछ एम्प्टी फीलिंग होता है, तो कुछ मिला नहीं। ये वही चीज़ अगर डांस में वो साधना नहीं होता, ये तपस्या नहीं होता, वो विश्वास नहीं होता, फिर हम ट्रांसफ़र नहीं कर पाते। और इसलिए मैं सोच रही हूँ कि ये भरतनाट्यम जो है, it should not be chosen for those people who just want to be beautiful on the stage. ये भी एक तरीका है, it's not condemnable. लेकिन ये जो भरतनाट्यम है, उनका जो दिल है उसको निकालना नहीं चाहिए सिर्फ ब्यूटी दिखाने के लिए। तो इसलिए मैं कह रही हूँ कि मैं खुश नसीब हूँ कि मुझे ऐसी ही टीचर मिली जैसे मेरा दिल चाहा। एंड हमेशा मेरे लिए इंस्पायरिंग थी अंजना जी, बिल्कुल इंडियन नारी इन द बेस्ट सेंस ऑफ दिस वर्ड, in beauty, in manners, in approach, in everything. For us European, we are a little bit different. We speak harsh sometimes, we speak fast, but such a harmony in speech and in behavior मैं कभी नहीं देखा. And you can see it on Anjana ji yourself. So बहुत कुछ बता सकती, लेकिन आई थिंक और मौका मिलेगा ऐसे गहरे बातें करने का. अभी तो सिर्फ बस कहना चाहती कि बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया बुलाने के लिए.
Yeah, Anjana ji, you want to say something?
इंदु जी आपका सवाल मुझे
सुनाई नहीं दिया।
एलिना ने अभी शी प्रेज अ लॉट, गुरुजी आपको उन्होंने काफी तारीफ की एंड आर्ट एंड कल्चर. आप क्या कहना चाहती हैं अपनी स्टूडेंट को इस फॉर्म में देख के, बिकॉज आपने स्टार्ट टू एंड देखा है एलिना को, हम लोग तो अभी देख रहे हैं परफॉर्मेंस करते हुए. सो इट्स अ होल जर्नी. कैसा लग रहा है अभी आपको अपने स्टूडेंट को इस तरह से देखना?
अच्छा ही लगता है,
हमेशा अच्छा लगता है।
I know,
I know
I know the struggle, and then when you get to know your students, so you know each of their individual struggles. So वो लोग जब परफॉर्म करते हैं तो बहुत सारी चीजें मन में होती हैं, and I'm so I'm very happy to see her, and I'm thankful also, you know, because she illustrates what I believe in so strongly, that dance is healing and we can't leave dance. जो भी हमारी परिस्थिति हो ना, हम डांस नहीं छोड़ सकते. When you think of dance as something external, then you might be able to leave it. I don't want to wear, you know, colorful clothes today because I don't feel like celebrating, or I don't want to wear jewelry, you may think. But dance is very internal. And it's true that these days, for all of us, I think, who have experienced this year of pandemic, our hearts are weeping. But that is also part of Natya, because Natya is life, and that is, I think, it is teaching us so strictly in such a hard and harsh way. We are learning, yes, these are all episodes in life. ये अंक है, ये scenes हैं, and we have to go through this. But that most deep experience is what we sometimes translate and transpose into dance or any theater art. It is, I believe, I do believe it, these are sacred theater arts. All the theater arts can be sacred if we make them so, if we hold them in our hearts. So I'm so happy to see, yes, that Elina is dancing like this. But really, today she has made herself an instrument to remind us of that. And all of us need to remind ourselves of that. Because the times are getting harder and harder, and we have to hold on to this art. And as she said, not just for the external beauty, it is a certain beauty. It's a very sad and sometimes a very tearful beauty, but it is there, it has been given to us, it's a great treasure, and we need to know how to handle it.
स्टेला, आप कुछ कहना चाहती हैं?
Definitely, in times of in COVID-19, health and well-being are of utmost importance, even if we have to change our habits and routines. So let's be thankful to those who take care of individuals who are ill, and let's be thankful to those who help to soothe the pains of those who are old and need special care. And let's be grateful of those who are guiding us with encouragement and makes us aware of what is important for now and for the future of mankind. Thank you, Dhanyavad, for this dance you performed, Elina.
Saying you thanks.
Okay, thanks Judy for inviting me. Thanks.
Elina, am I right? In this pandemic situation, so for an artist, is that situation, or what do you think?
Induji, we cannot hear you.
Hello? Yeah, Elina, in this situation, in pandemic time, so for an artist, how you treat with this situation, because sometimes people are very sad, sometimes people, because it's very tough to manage um, yourself with these things, like you are alone at home, and like we miss dance, so dancer also miss the audience.
Yes. What I want to say that definitely during all the duty in life, it's very difficult to manage dance because dance need dedication and not only but time, need a lot of time and need good rest also. So you just switching from work to work is not that easy, but that is challenge in life. You know, I always had a challenges life and I got used to that. My mother used to tell me that don't search easy way. Every time when I was small, I was trying to do this shortcut. She said, you are searching the easy way. So I understood somehow easy way is not the way good in life. So, and finally it became a habit. When I don't work, I feel some unsatisfaction, inner unsatisfaction. So that's why even in lockdown doesn't matter. Actually, for creative people, it really does not matter. Matters only that you're deprived of audience, you're deprived of dance programs. It's good that now we come to these online programs. Still, it is there are some specific of this uh, online dance program. It is not like in full auditorium you see the real dancer and all. So that is definitely a big lack in our life. I hope this will come soon. This all lockdown will be over soon. It's really I have a feeling that we live in some futuristic movie, not in real life. Otherwise, my all day is filled with just changing the. I'm reading Natashastra, then I'm practicing dance, then I'm reading something else, then I'm doing housework, I'm taking care of my cat, then I'm having some walk, then again I read something, then I read Sanskrit. It's a really enjoyable life. I feel with age, you dhiri we are switching from physical activity to mental. Though I don't say we don't do earlier, but we get more extensive, we get more experience, we can go deeper, and then we can get immense pleasure in digging into something. And then time is flying, you know. You have lack of time in the day.
बिल्कुल सही कहा।
जी इंदु जी।
जी, एलिना ने बिल्कुल सही कहा कि ये एक दौर है और निकल जाएगा। जी नैना जी।
Yeah.
मैं
Let's
अपनी ओर से
see
और
और
हमारी
सबको से
आप सबका धन्यवाद। अंजना जी को देखकर बहुत बहुत अच्छा लगा। एलिना, आपका धन्यवाद कि आपने अपने गुरु को हमारे सामने, हमारे पास आप लेकर आई। उनका बल्गारिया में जब वे आई थी और उन्होंने जब बल्गारिया के सबसे बड़े हॉल में जब उनका नृत्य हुआ था, मुझे अच्छी तरह याद है कि तालियां नहीं रुक रही थी। लोग से जो ओवरवेल्म्ड शब्द है, मतलब भाव विभोर थे, और वे इतनी सिंपल, इतनी आपने जैसे कहा कि जो भारतीयता, अगर हमें किसी में भारतीयता देखनी है तो वो हमारे सामने है आज अंजना जी। तो हमारे लिए बहुत बड़ी बात है कि वो आज हमारे साथ हैं। स्थिति भारत की सही नहीं है, लेकिन हम सब ने मिलकर ये छोटा सा प्रयास किया कि थोड़ी सी शांति, थोड़ा सा आशा, थोड़ी सी आशा और विश्वास, वो हम अपने इस माध्यम से हमारे सभी मित्रों तक पहुंचाएं। तो आप सबका मेरी ओर से बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
बड़ा दुख हुआ डॉक्टर कुंवर बेचैन के बारे में, आज टीवी में भी पढ़ा सुना। तो आपके तो काफ़ी नज़दीक थे, मेरी पूरे मन से संवेदना उनके साथ, और माय कंडोलेंसेस फॉर दैट ग्रेट सोल। वाज ए वंडरफुल पोएट, राइटर, कवि थे, बहुत मशहूर इंडिया के। आज कोरोना से उनकी मृत्यु हो गई, परंतु यही है, संवेदनाएं दे सकते हैं अपनी।
अंजलि सभी दिवंगत आत्माओं, और जल्दी से जल्दी हम इस क्राइसिस से निकले, यही हमारी प्रार्थना, कामना की प्रार्थना। तो बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आप सभी का। स्टेला जी, vi måste recruit det.
Thank you all for this event we held together. Ще завърша с няколко думи за българската аудитория. Благодаря на Елина Джи. Въпреки напрегнатата и трагична обстановка в Индия, тя намери възможност и сили да представи пред нас класическия танц Бхаратанатям. България и българската публика изразява своята солидарност с народа на Индия в тези тежки времена и се надяваме да дочакаме дните, в които отново пред публика ще може да се насладим на това високо изкуство на древният танц Бхаратанатям.
Namaste.
Namaste. Stay healthy.
Благодаря.